When I sat in the car, you always wonder, what's it going to feel like? It was my first time driving a mid-engine GT car. My thoughts were, wow, this is really good for our first time in a car. I was really surprised by it. You're sitting low, you got the A-pillars at steep angles, the windshields at steep angles, you can see the fender flares. I think we have a chance to win. Everything's got to go right, but I think we have a car that can win the race or be on the podium. But can you imagine how cool that would be to go back 50 years later to the year and do it?
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is gonna be so fun. And it's gonna be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
Hello everyone, welcome to V8s Online's live coverage of the first annual 360 Australian Sprint Car Championship. Second attempt at this event. After the first one there was some issues in regards to the server, so we're back having another crack at it and we are all systems go tonight. Jay Kennedy and alongside me in the comms box, Luke Emmerton. G'day Luke, welcome along to V8s Online once again.
Thanks very much, Jay, and good to be back and good to see that they've sorted out all the issues with servers. It was a bit disappointing. I got myself all hyped up the other week when we were meant to go, but good to see it's back online and looks like it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. It's been an event that's been a lot of work and a lot of testing, a lot of planning that has gone to get this one underway. So very exciting to get this one up and running. We're about to get the first heat underway in the next couple of moments. A couple of guys that'll come out will play the national anthem in just a sec to officially get proceedings underway. But yeah, really looking forward to this. The format for tonight is 2 heats. for each driver. Then we'll have a C main, B main, and an A main final to decide who will have the number 1 plate. The Australia New Zealand Sprint Car Championship, which is a pretty big honour for the first time ever.
Yeah, it should be really good. The guys put up some great racing in the 420s last time, so the 360s a little bit easier to control, but still a hell of a lot of horsepower underneath something that weighs hardly anything really. So yeah, should see some great action and nice wide track out here at Eldora, and it'll be interesting to see if we get as much action as we did last time, which I'm guessing we probably will.
I'm very, very sure we will. We'll let's wait for the drivers to come out onto the track. We've got flag bearers for tonight: Joel Berkeley, Lachlan Smith, and James Robbie, and they're coming out, and we will get underway. Everything underway officially with the Australian National Anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Alrighty, it's time to get things underway officially now. Thank you to the guys. They've just, all the timing's all actually working because it's showing fastest laps. But we're about to get Heat 1 underway. The first group, or the first heat of drivers will get out on track. If you are wanting to understand the format, the grids, the heats, how it will all work, there is a documented link into our YouTube description, which you can actually have a look at how it's all going to work tonight, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be a very, very fun format. As we said, every driver is guaranteed 2 races, and depending on where you start and then finish is how your points are determined. So we've got a maximum of 12 car grids. I think it looks like it's going to be 11 in each heat tonight, and Heat 1 is on screen right now. We'll have Wayne Swanson, who will control the field. Steve Williams will start second. Second row will be Matthew Goodwin and Wayne Harris-Watt. Third row, Matt Ralph and James Robbie. Fourth row will be Lachlan Smith, Aaron Wilton. And fifth row will be Matthew Reid, Lewis Hewitt, and Brett Wheeler will be the only car in the sixth row. No safety cars out on the track or anything like that, so it will be all done manually, so the race control will control the field as per normal. We won't hear them over the broadcast event, but the drivers will be able to hear it, and Luke will hear it in his ears as well, so he'll communicate that through to you guys with what's happening on the track. But just like the event we broadcast a couple of months ago, the 410 Classic, very, very similar format. There will be the acceleration zone that the leader will be controlling, and the leader will control all the pace. So it'll be as realistic as possible tonight. So very, very looking forward to that. But the first heat, not far away from getting underway. Just finalising a few things in regards to the last couple of heats as well. So they're just finalising the numbers and things like that now. Awesome night of racing coming up tonight. We will have 12 races in total, 11 races in total, plus we'll have the duel for the pole for the A main at the end of the night, or coming up after the C main is decided. So start looking like a couple of drivers being finalised in the heats. Get ready to get underway. Not too long.
All right, I'm back in the booth, just in
Welcome
time.
back. Welcome back.
Sorry, guys, just ordering a pizza. I left it a bit late. I tried to do it during the anthem, and they put me on hold.
That's always good.
How rude.
Yeah, we're not far away from the first heat to get underway, as I was just saying. We're just waiting for the last little bit from race control. I think they're just giving last-minute instructions. Actually, there's a couple of changes happening to the grid, so we will correct what we showed on the screen, because that's now no longer correct. Okay, we're okay with that. We don't mind changes at the last minute. We're all good with that.
No, we're quite used to that by now. And I mean, the last event ran really smooth for the amount of complication that it takes to run these. So yeah, it shouldn't be a drama at all.
I think the biggest issue is making sure that everyone actually turns up. You can't pre-organise a lot of these events because people promise that they'll turn up and then never do. So they're just finalising, making sure everyone that was here said that, or everyone that's here said that they were going to be here. We've got 43 drivers in total who will fight this out tonight, which is a pretty good turnout for a Saturday night event too. So yeah, we'll just wait for the grids to get reorganised once more. Looks like grid 1 is final, so we'll just wait for a little bit of confirmation. Looks like we're all good now. So we will get the grid up on the screen. All right, there we go. Take 2. So Wayne Harrison Watt will start from P1. Alongside him in row 1 will be Lewis Hewitt. Then we got Bob King and Craig Dunn on the second row, Zach Masters and Daniel Poulton on the third row, Daniel Parameter and Terry Marwood on the fourth row, Vince Romeo and James Rice on the fifth row, and Wayne Swanson in the last position for Heat 1 here for the Australian 360 Sprint Car Championship. I'm really looking forward to this race. Really looking forward to this event. It's been a long time in the works, so it should be very, very fun.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And these guys all sound pretty keen as well over the comms to get out there and have a good run. So should be very, very interesting and always action-packed as we saw last time. Not as many safety cars as what you'd think. A couple of restarts, but mainly due to false starts, as they have a manual starting system here over the comms. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
Fortunately, because of the format, we won't actually have a lap counter or an on-screen display of who is in which position, but we will try our best to get the results up on the screen as soon as we can post-race and keep you up to date with who has finished where. But the guys are going to pace around. They're going to try and get this started as soon as they can coming out of the pits. If it's a false start, they'll get it started the next lap around. Under yellows, they'll restart as quickly as possible. So rather than having long, lengthy yellow flag periods, we hopefully won't have them. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll be all good. But I know these guys have done a lot of testing and hosted a lot of events in regards to the sprint cars. So we should be okay in regards to admin side of things for this event. So cars now line up on the back stretch, get into order. We'll go green pretty much straight away.
A lot of the drivers being told just to settle down a bit. They're all getting a bit anxious to get this one going. So George just reminded them to just ease up onto this back straight now as they get ready. And the track tonight, Jay, looks really, really fresh. There's not a sign of any kind of line forming at the moment, being
Yeah.
that they've run a bit of practice. So should be really, really good racing. Be able to go 3 or 4 wide for the first few heats.
Yeah, the track was reset when this session went live, so they haven't actually been out there on the track at all. But here we go. So Wayne Harrison Watt will lead the field up into the acceleration zone. Race control is happy. They will announce that they are happy. But we'll have one more roll because the back of the field isn't quite set. Yeah, 10 laps ahead for these guys. So 12 laps. Okay. Reading my notes wrong. Coming down the back stretch, looks like they're all in the correct order now. Will be under control of the pole man, Wayne Harrison Watt, a 316 machine. In the acceleration zone, coming through turn 4, he can go at any time he pleases. One more lap around. Quite ready there by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a stray car out on the track at the moment. So just getting him cleared.
Stray cars by the looks of it. Some guys may have looked at the original grid and...
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to re-grid them.
Yep. I'll start for heat 1. That's okay.
Yeah, a lot of the guys saying they haven't read the updated as they play a bit of bumper cars into the pit lane there. A few people haven't read the updated heats
heat
at the moment. So
looks like it's being updated once more. So we'll bring some racing very soon, but we're very, very looking forward to this event. It's been, as we said, a long time in planning, but we're very excited to bring this to you after a lot of work going on in the background to organise this event. So big thank you to everyone in the background for doing as much work as they do in the background. It's a lot of hard work involved in adminning these sort of series and events. So a big thank you to the admin teams of every broadcast that we bring you. We do appreciate your hard work. Looks like we're going to have a complete different heat once again.
yeah, it looks like they had a bit of trouble with the random number generator that they used to set these grids. So they're just going through now and bringing them back up and filling in the heats again on their spreadsheet. So yeah, pretty much if anyone views that live spreadsheet of the heats, it's amazing to see it. It's pretty much non-stop, even while the racing's going. It's getting sorted out, names are getting put into slots. So yeah, you're definitely right, Jay. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, whether it be directors, commentators, hosted session people that host and admin, race admin. It's yeah, there's a lot of people that don't get as much credit as probably what they should sometimes when these events are on. So yeah, we thank them all for running them, and it always turns out to be really good in the end, even with a few little gremlins here and there.
Wouldn't be a racing event if we didn't have some sort of gremlin somewhere along the way. So we do thank everyone involved in every admin of every series, regardless of whether it's big, small, and ever has one car turn up. It's a lot of work to run a series. So big thank you to everyone who runs, admins, participates, assists with the background stuff in hosted series and official series as well within iRacing and within all different sorts of sim racing communities. So the quiet achievers, the unknown people, the hard working ones that get forgotten, we appreciate your work. So thank you. Like we're getting back ready to go. Having some tech issues at my end now as well, so I'm just having a glitch with my overlay software, so I'm just trying to fix that on the fly.
That's right. Last couple of cars now just rolling out, lining up on the grid.
Going.
It looks like we're going to have 9 cars for the first one. So out of position 1, we've got James Rice, Cameron Dance out of 2. Josh Harm takes up second row in row number 3. Joe Berkeley in row 4. Terry Marwood in 5. Tom Callagher in 6. Brenton Hobson is in 7. Ryan Harris is in 8th. And rounding out the 9-car field will be John Lawrence on the outside. So this should be an excellent heat, a little bit smaller. They can have up to 12 cars, but it looks like we're going to run 9-car heats tonight, which will be good. Some good racing.
It should be fantastic to have that in that aspect tonight. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things at once here and make sure that we don't miss any of the action. Hope I'm doing okay. We're not live yet.
All cars now formed up. They haven't taken off yet from the back straight, so just getting their final instructions.
Have what I need to have done before they go, I think. My apologies, guys. A lot of work goes on in the background, and sometimes one little glitch will cause all sorts of mayhem. So hopefully I've fixed it, and we will be good to go. Drivers are now set and ready to go as well.
And what we've seen as the cars take off, if any of our viewers were watching last time, a few cars can get a bit squirrely off the old starts, and we didn't have any then, but we have had instances where people have touched the wall and done big wheel stands as they try and take off in these things.
And it's very, very easy to do for these guys. We may not see it with this group of drivers like we did with the last lot, because these drivers are very, very, very accomplished. The 9 drivers in Heat 1 now on screen, so look at that. Perfect timing to get everything's working. So Rice, Dance, Harm, Berkeley, Marwood, Callahan, Hobson, Harris and Lawrence in this field for Heat 1 of the Australian 360 Sprint Car Championship. There we go. Look at that nice big fight right in the middle there between the 9 of Berkeley, KRT car, the number 20, which is Tom Callahan. Callahan gets through. Cam Dance, though, putting some pressure on actually Berkeley. Just come back through on Callahan.
Yeah, Josh Harms in the mid-pack there having a great battle. Bit of contact, but the cars are still going, and Joel Berkeley as well. It's for 3rd, 4th and 5th, 6th.
Yeah, Harris in there too in 6th position. Berkeley looks like he's the one at the moment. James Rice has pulled away, and Cam Dance now right on his tail for 1st and 2nd. Berkeley 3rd, Callahan 4th. You've got Arm in 5th position. Harris in 6th. 7th position is Marwood. You've got Hobson in 8th position. Berkeley's starting to catch Dance and Rice at the front too. Punched out another fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, the cars now pretty evenly spread around this field, and with a fresh track, it's allowing the boys to have a bit of free time to pick a line.
Rice is doing a very, very good job defending at the moment, but see the TTL car of Cameron Dance closing in. Berkeley starting to close up too. There's now 7, the front 7, not separated by much at all. That's Rice from Dance and Berkeley, your top 3 at the moment. Rice is just maintaining that lead, maintaining the same gap between he and Dance every lap at the moment. Oh, big mistake from Dance. He's got a bit too wide there, and Berkeley's going to capitalise. He's now right on Dance's tail and applying pressure to his teammate.
Yep, last lap board is out for these guys. It's time to make a move now, if anything, and you don't want to be out on those marbles in the middle that's already formed up.
Rice holds on. Berkeley does the fastest lap on the last lap. He'll finish 3rd behind Cameron Dance. Then Callahan and Harm next in the queue. Great first race though.
Yeah, nice and clean.
Fingers crossed we'll have some more racing like that for the rest of the night. Seeing the guys crash in the pit lane, that's okay. They're allowed to do that. But James Rice picks up the win in race 1. Now, interesting though, the format for this race is based on points depending on where you start and where you finish. So it doesn't disadvantage the guys too much who do get the unlucky draw of being at the back of the field. And potentially winning a race does not actually get you the most points in a race. So bit of an interesting format with how it works in that aspect, but we'll try and explain it as we go. We'll try and keep the points up to date as we go, as much as we can. But basically, if you win the race, if you start in first and win the race, you get 100 points. But if you start in 12th position and win the race, you get 155 points. So a bit more of an advantage to overtake. So use the advantage, or use being back in the field and coming through to your advantage to gain more points. So overtaking is key in this event tonight. We've got the official results in for that last race, so I'll get them up on the screen in just a second. The next heat gets ready to come out. The Heat 1 results on screen. Rice, Dance, Berkeley, Callahan, Harm, Marwood, Harris and Hobson. The drivers in that one. The race finishing order as Heat 2 gets ready to come out onto the track.
Yeah, and hoping for a nice, clean, exciting race like the last one, Jay. It was good. Bit of contact, car to car, but all in all, it was all clean racing, and it was excellent to watch. But already we can see all the gunk on the outside of the track being thrown out. A bit of an inside line there forming, and as we saw in that race, if you get in the middle of the track there, you can be in a lot of trouble, lose a lot of speed in the marbles.
So Heat 2 is on screen now, so Aaron Wilton will start this heat from P1. Matthew Goodwin beside him. Then we've got Vince Robio and James Robbie on the second row. Third row will be Matthew Reed, Zach Phelan, then Bob King, Brett Wheeler and Craig Dunn. The 9 cars in this heat, Heat 2 for tonight. A chance to get some points in these early heats for these guys, so read the final instructions from race control. Aaron Wilton in the 33 will lead the cars away. Number 2 about to commence. Thank you to everyone tuning in. If you are very, very new to our coverage, this is Vouts Online. We bring coverage of Australian and New Zealand iRacing content many times during the week as we possibly can. So every Monday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, and almost every Sunday we are live, as well as special events over weekends and also some Tuesday nights. So this Tuesday night we have our next special event, which will be Something very, very different. A bit of drag racing on Tuesday night. We're looking forward to that. As the drivers get ready to go. Aaron Wilton leading this field. Have one more lap around. But almost always something to watch on V8s Online.
Yeah, tell you what, Jay, when I need my fix of racing, as you say, you just subscribe to the V8s Online YouTube. I get the little emails, and straight away I jump on and get my racing fix. So, yeah, you're right. There's so much to watch and lots of variety as well, with all the new categories coming out as well in iRacing with the new Ferrari and stuff like that. So,
Yep.
looks like they'll be green this time around.
Yep. Here we go. So under control of Aaron Wilton. And we are go. A good
Great jump.
Good jump on the inside row there. As Wilton goes wide, so that through comes Vince Romeo to take the lead. Through now into the front is the 41.
Oh, there's a
James
car in the
Robbie.
fence out the back.
Shane Green at this stage. Oh, Robbie.
Yeah, yellow
Oh, yellow's
flags.
been
Yellow
okay,
flag.
Yep. So they will go back in, get back into order, and we'll single file restarts for these events. Know who was involved in that incident at the back there?
Yeah, it was a single car. I'll just find out who that is for you. It was just, he got real high out in the marbles and into the fence.
Try and get a cut price racing replay as soon as we can.
So it looked like it was a car number 49 of Zachary Phelan. Just got real high in the dirty, well, more dirty stuff on the outside, and ended up with the car upside down. But it looks like he's recovered and the car's not too damaged.
Cars are actually a lot stronger than you would expect, so he has got back in the line. He will be at the rear of the grid as we get ready to restart this lap around. They're going to try and get through these caution periods as quick as possible. Single file restarts, as I said as well, so we won't be under yellow for too long in the events, which is really, really good. No safety car out on the track, no pace car out on the track, so we'll get straight into it as soon as we're back under control of the leader. As we're just seeing a couple of cars actually run into each other as we go green once again. James Robbie's just pulled away from the field. We've got the 40 of Vince Romeo in second position. The 56, Brett Wheeler. He's done a great job to get through the field. He's up into third.
Yeah, and Craig Dunn having a bit of a fight back here. There's 4 cars involved. Oh, we got a smoke alarm in my house. I will be back in a second.
They're all good, mate. There you go. There's proof that we are live. Romeo under a lot of pressure from Brett Wheeler. Not long left in this race. Wheeler looking to try and get a run, see if he can get through. Not quite able to do it yet. He's going to have to try and get some sort of different line happening. He's punching out the fastest laps in this race. Here he goes. He's going to be able to get it done around the outside. No, he won't be able to. He's going to have to try and cross underneath. Romeo runs a bit wide, and Wheeler might get through here. Not quite able to do it this lap around, but that gap to the front 3 now have closed up a lot in the last couple of laps. So it's Romeo holding on second position from Brett Wheeler. The 41 of James Robbie leading this race. Able to pull away as Romeo defends from Brett Wheeler. Come by. Not long left to go. I believe this might be 2 to go. Possibly the last lap. I'm not 100% sure. My apologies. But Wheeler around the outside. Is he going to be able to do it? He's got the move done. So Wheeler now up into P2. And Vince Romeo drops back to third. Great battle between these guys.
And Bob King now looking up the inside for 5th or 6th position. He's got his hands full as well in that 51.
So he's hunting down the 34 of Matt Goodwin. Side by side across the start-finish line. Can't be long left in this race. I thought it might have already been done, but a couple more still to go by the sounds of it. I haven't got enough fingers to count to 12.
Yeah, no call yet from race control. So, yeah, these guys are still battling hard.
Not wrong about that. James Robbie leading the field, and Brett Wheeler and Vince Romeo are starting to catch him as well. So not long, not much for these guys in regards to time left to actually catch up.
Yep, checkered flag's out now.
Yep. A good win there for James Robbie. Brett Wheeler second. Pick up a good bunch of points there. Starting back in the field. Get the results on screen as soon as we can.
Yeah, great race there. And yes, you do know you're a bad cook when your alarm goes off and you've actually ordered pizza and not cooking it. As someone has pointed out in the chat.
Well done. James Robbie wins that race. Love the banter in the chat. It's always good fun.
Too good. No, the wife threw a log in the wood fire, and the smoke alarms didn't agree with it. So
James Robbie picks up the win in that heat. Waiting for the final results to come through from race control, and we'll put them up on the screen for you. Heat 3 is not far away. Yeah, what, these races are going to fly by at this rate. This is great.
yeah, it was good. I mean, it went pretty quick last time, but I think we had a few more cars in the last one, so it was a bit more organising. Plus, it was the first time out for that kind of format, so no, doing really well to push through them as well without having the safety car out there too. It kind of quickens up the caution period as well.
Yep, and single file restarts as well. Probably means we won't see as many issues as we did the last time in regards to restarts and the like. So, but yeah, James Robbie picks up the win over Brett Wheeler, then Vince Romeo, Craig Dunn, Bob King, Matt Reed, Aaron Wilton, and Zach Filan. The 8 finishes in that race. We get into Heat 3. We're already a quarter of the way through the heats. How's that?
Yeah, it's good. As they normally say, a quick race is a good race. So they have been good and they have been quick. So doing the saying well there, and hopefully some more to come.
Been just an adjustment with the finishing positions from Heat 2. So James Robbie, Brett Wheeler, Vince Romeo, Craig Dunn, Bob King, Matt Reed, Matt Goodwin, Aaron Wilton, and Zach Filan. The 9 finishes as we go through to Heat 3. Drivers now out on the track. Got Wayne Swanson, Jock Goodyear, Ryan Gorton, Stephen Williams, Dylan Sharman, Brandon Schultz, Scott Butler, Zach Masters, Darren Parameter, and Dean Thrower. The 10 cars in this heat, so we've gone from 9 up to 10 this time around. Once again, 12 laps for these guys in these heats, so all the heat races 12 laps. C main will be 15 laps, the B main will be 20 laps, the A main will be 40 laps long.
Tell you what, might give me some time to eat my pizza in that 40 laps. Turn up just in time for the main event.
I'll tell you what, you may not, because the action will be that hot and heavy, you will not have a chance to get your mouth open enough to stuff it with food, because there'll be so much happening in this race. But Heat 3 is underway, or getting underway in just a moment. So Wayne Swanson and Jock Goodyear, the front 2 drivers who will lead the field to the start line into the acceleration zone very, very soon.
Yep, leader's got control of the field now as they form up 2 wide, so looking good. Yeah, that inside line, as viewers have pointed out, starting to slick up a little, and definitely that you don't want to be anywhere from about the middle of the track upwards. There's just absolutely no grip out there either.
You can start to see the line slowly starting to form. It's not as aggressive as we saw the last event, and these guys will need to it up a little bit better for starter to be happy, but we're into the acceleration zone and we've got cars cleaning each other up.
We've had a blown engine at the back there, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I heard something go bang.
Definitely heard a bang, but we are underway and looks like Swanson is actually holding on at the moment over the 77 of Goodyear. So Swanson, Goodyear, and then next is third and fourth fighting very, very hard. 91 of Sharman and the 88 of Ryan Gorton. Just behind is the 89 of Stephen Williams. This guy's going out very, very hard. Have a look at the lead. The battle for the lead is well and truly on.
Yeah, Battle of the Green Machines up front there. They're
Around
the outside.
Good move by Jock Goodyear to take the lead away. And Sharman now looking to come through. There's contact between the 64 and the 91. The Sharman
car in
is
the
through.
fence behind too.
Swanson's dropping positions very, very quickly. Through goes the 88 of Gorton. Looks like Stephen Williams has also dropped the spots. The 93 of Brandon Schultz comes through as well. So Schultz now right on the tail of Swanson to take that spot away. We've got Lightning McQueen, Zach Masters with the 96 of Darren Parameter fighting for that position. We'll go back to the front. Jock Goodyear now starting to pull a gap, but Sharman is going along with him. Those two are pulling away from the rest of the field. Wayne Swanson,
Yeah, and the battle for fourth is heating up as well.
Swanson just holding on over Brendan Schultz. This is fourth and fifth position. Here we go. I think the 93 is going to get it done and does. So Schultz now up to fourth in a row. Swanson nearly goes around. Yeah, Swanson did make contact and almost gets contact with the 89 of Williams coming back through.
Yeah, just not enough overlap there. He just tried to swing back up behind him and just didn't leave enough room and just had a bit of a tap, but it looks like he's all right. Car's still going.
Goodyear, Sharman and Gorton lead this race. The front three have definitely broken away. Back in the field though, Zach Masters. There's three cars all getting together. Masters had big contact there and into the wall he goes.
Yeah, white flag's out, so probably no yellow for this last lap.
Goodyear's going to have to hold on this last lap. Will Sharman be able to get it around the outside? I don't think he will. So Goodyear holds on over Dylan Sharman. And third position go to Ryan Gorton. Great race, that one.
Yeah, lots of action in that one. There was battles going on everywhere, all the way through the pack. And yeah, the boys giving it their all right the way through there. And no love lost as, it just looked like the Lightning McQueen car there just got a little bit stuck on that inside wall and had a bit of a tap.
So I'll get the race results through in the next couple of moments. Just waiting for the race control to actually confirm all the positions. Isn't easy to do without timing. It's not as easy as you'd think to actually make things work when you don't actually have live time. You don't realise how much you use it and rely on it, including myself.
Yeah, that's right. And the race admins do a great job keeping track of who finished where, especially when there's such close races like we're getting as well.
In regards to the standings overall, after the second race, Brett Wheeler is leading the championship over James Robbie, or leading the night, I should say, over James Robbie. Craig Dunn, James Rice, and Cameron Dance in fifth position. But that will all change after this race. So once the numbers are all finalised and the positions are all finalised, which looks like they're just confirming 8th, 9th and 10th at the moment. That's 3 races in a row that we've had absolutely awesome racing.
Yeah, and Eldora seems to create that as well.
What we'll do while we're waiting for the results to come through, we'll go through the heat for the next one, which is heat number 4. And we'll go through back to the results for heat 3. But heat 4, Tim Ryan will start from position 1 with Matt Ralph on the outside row. Then row 2 will be Jaron Mott and Wayne Harris-Watt. Then Peter Power and Lewis Hewitt, the third row. Fourth row will be Lachlan Smith and Daniel Poulton. Fifth row will be Dean Stone and Sean McGinniskin, rounding out that grid.
Yep, and our Heat 3 results are up. So first place went to Jock Goodyear. Dylan Sharman came in second. Ryan Gorton came in third. Brenton Schultz was fourth. Stephen Williams was fifth. Wayne Swanson was sixth. Dan Parameter was seventh. Dean Thrower was eighth. And Zach Masters rounded out our field in ninth in that one.
We're almost halfway through the heats already, so another 12-lap heat coming up right now. Been an awesome night of racing so far. We're very, very early into it. So Ryan in the 98 lead the field up to the acceleration zone in between turns 3 and 4. Anytime from there, the leader can opt to go whenever he pleases. Race control will cancel the call if they are not happy, but so far they've been pretty happy with how it's all gone, and away we go. Good early jump. Green flag flies.
Yeah, green flag flies. A good start there. And oh, big contact midfield. There's 3 cars involved there. It looks like they all kept out of trouble though.
Yep, so Lewis Hewitt in the middle of the field. He's fighting with the 911 Lachlan Smith.
Oh, big contact again as a slide into him.
Who's that coming back down the track? The 359 of Peter Power there. Oh, big contact with 092. Dean Stone. Kept it all going though, which is great.
Yeah, 3.9 and 0.92 are absolutely into it, in the middle of it at the moment in this one.
The Stone has Power on the outside trying to come through. But up the front, Tim Ryan has just driven away with this heat.
Yeah, all the cars battling behind him is doing him a big favour, as it was on for a bit there for third and fourth by the look of it, but they've spread out now, and still this battle goes with Dean Stone and the 092. There's absolutely meat in the sandwich.
So Stone in the 092, then you've got the 359, which is Peter Power, and then you've got the 098 of Sean McGinniskin. Guys are battling, I think it's 5th, 6th and 7th. Of course, Hewitt trying to make up some ground to Jaron Mott up ahead, but neither of these guys are able to do anything for Tim Ryan, who's just blasting away.
Yeah, it looks like now that racing line's started to move up the track. It's getting a bit slick down low. It looks like a lot of the cars now are running probably about 2 car lengths off the inside of the fence there and finding it nice and smooth.
Matthew Ralph in 4th position, who's got nobody ahead and no one behind, so he's just having a nice little run out by himself at the moment. But just behind him, that battle between Power and McGinniskin and Stone. Well, Stone's starting to pull away, and saying that, big mistake from Lewis Hewitt, and he is dropping back. There's another car on the inside there as well. I missed who that was. Hewitt's dropped a couple of spots there, so now into 3rd. Oh, big moment. Peter Power has managed to hold it.
Yeah, white flag's out.
The last lap for Tim Ryan comes down the back straight here. Dominant drive, just got away at the start, and nobody's had anything for him since. Great effort. Jaron Mott will pick up 2nd position. third position goes to Matthew Ralph, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, it looked like Lewis Hewitt and another car got tangled there in the second last lap, I think it was, and that was who went into the pits. So I didn't see who it was either, Jay, but there's definitely a bit of midfield contact, but looked like just a bit of a slide job and came up and tangled.
Try and get a Cup Price Racing replay and see what happened there to Lewis Hewitt, because he did definitely drop a lot of time in a lot of places. So he was battling right up towards the front. Like it was the 43 car. They come together. So the 43 car was a lap car. Remy Bastian. Well, I don't even know who was supposed to be in that race. I'll try and get some results up on the screen very, very soon from that race there. Thanks to Cup Price Racing for their support in regards to our replay coverage. But we're already halfway through the heats. That's the go. We're getting there. How good's this?
Yeah, it's it. The excitement just keeps coming as that replay did show just got a bit loose and the 666 car had a bit of contact, but it's excellent. The boys are being good, getting through it, and providing us with excellent racing for everyone watching at home. So
try and get some points up on the screen if I can. If everything works properly, I'll be able to put some points up for where everyone is at this stage. At least the top 12, that is. My keyboard wants to work for me. Looks like I will. The top 12 after the first 3 heats, and not including that heat just then, is Brett Wheeler, who's on 123 points. And we've got James Robbie second on 115, 108 for Dylan Sharman, 105 for Jock Goodyear, Craig Donham 104, James Rice on 100, Cameron Dance 93, Joel Berkeley 91, Tom Callahan and Brendan Schultz both on 89, and both on 86 are Vince Romeo and Ryan Gorton. But that is only after the first 3 heats. So that's not including the heat that just occurred just then. So we will update as much stuff as we can as we get it. But we're not far off getting the race results from that one then.
yeah, and also Heat 5 now just getting put in the computer, so shouldn't be too far off the next lot of cars rolling out as well. Once they sort out this Heat 4 result, obviously then they can turn out Heat 5.
Yep. So we'll get some graphics up on the screen very, very soon in regards to Heat 5, and we'll get some Heat 4 standings up on the screen in a second too, or in a moment. Take a little bit more than a second, I think. There we go. We've got some results, so we'll put that up on the screen now. I'm amazed I've got things to work this well. This never happens. How do we do this?
It's too early. Don't speak too soon. Still got the heats and C mains and
I'll blow something up by the end of the night. Don't worry about that. Tim Ryan, as I said, picked up the win. Jared Bott, then Matt Ralph, Dean Stone, Lewis Hewitt, Sean McGinniskin, Peter Power, Wayne Harrison Watt, Lachlan Smith, and Daniel Poulton rounding out the field for that heat just then. But we're up to Heat 5, so the first round of heats are done. Now, I was told from the admins that if you did have an inside heat start, a rear heat start in the first round of heats, you'll start at the front for the second round of heats, and that is exactly the case. It is a reverse grid from Heat 1, so heat number 5, we'll just see the order reverse from what we saw first time around. So we will see a definite mixed up field in this heat number 5. We'll see John Lawrence start from P1. He was actually did not start or DNF'd in the first race, so you want to try and improve. We've got Ryan Harris, Brenton Hobson, Tom Callahan, Terry Marwood, Joel Berkeley, Josh Harm, Cameron Dance, and James Rice. The 9 cars we will see in this heat number 5. Once again, we've got 12 laps of racing ahead for these guys.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, for James Rice, he'll be rubbing his hands together, thinking 150 points if I can get this win from 12th, but from 9th. But man, it is going to be a hell of a drive, and it'll be so good to watch if he can pull it off.
Yeah, if he can actually make his way up there, which you never know what could happen in these races. 140 points if he does get the race win. Backing off the 100 points that he got in the first one, if he can get into top 4, he gets another 100 points, or 104 points it would be. So, be a good result for him if he can do that. Don't know if it will happen. We'll wait and see, but looks like the admins are just trying to give the guys an overall points update after the first round before we get into the second round, which I'm okay with. I like that. That's good. But yeah, we're up to Heat 5 already. This is flying by.
Yeah, and race control, just going over, there was a couple of reviews to happen in that last race. So both incidents there look like they've been called racing incidents, including the one with the lap car. So that's good from race control, just to give them a heads up before the next round of heats, and so everyone knows where they stand.
But we're underway, so the point's not quite finished, but that's okay. Heat 5 is about to start. Roll around, and then we'll get the signal to commence.
So it'll be green next time by. Race control's happy with the order, and these guys will form up, and we'll get going for the second round of heats, Heat 5.
Be another fantastic race, this one. So 28 car of John Lawrence will lead the field away, but I think Ryan Harris might be the one to watch here in this one, as will Brenton Hobson, starting in P3. And a very, very early jump there on the inside row. So I'll see if race control are happy.
Yeah, yellow flag, yellow flag.
Yep.
Was a bit early, as you're right. You picked it.
Yeah. It was very, very early, because the acceleration zone is quite clearly marked as the little tower or shed there on the left-hand side, right in the middle of the corner. That's where the acceleration zone starts. So it's not until right now that the acceleration zone starts. Here we go. Second attempt. This one looks better. This will be green this time.
Yep, definitely green, green, green.
Look at Harris around the outside. He's going to get it done. Hobson's dropped back. The TTR car there, number 9 of Joel Berkeley, who's coming through the field. He's already up into 4th and almost contact between he and Lawrence. Berkeley's done a great job in this one so far. Started 6th, he's into 3rd. Was finished 3rd in the first race after a 4th position start. He's applying a lot of pressure to the 20 of Callahan. Was Callahan finished 4th in the first race as well, so this guy's opposite positions from last race and up the inside. Will he be able to make it stick? He's going to. Well, Callahan might come back through.
Yeah, he's got a good line there around the outside. He tries to slide over, he's going to do the over-under.
And back goes Berkeley back into P2. And he's going to hold it there now. Cameron Dance is doing a good job. He's made his way up into 4th position. Hobson back to 5th. And then Harm in 6th position. But up the inside goes Callahan. Not quite able to do it this time around. He'll have to tuck back in behind.
Oh, and Hobson nearly gets collected there, but he's still going. Great
battle here between Callahan and Berkeley, but Ryan Harris is just pulling away while these two guys fight. Cameron Dance is catching as well.
Oh, looks to move the inside of Hobbo there. And looks like he might have made it stick, but he's not going to give it to him easily. And he slides up, but he's going to do over and under again. And Hobson drives down the inside.
Yep, Hobson forces the move back through. Tom now has another look.
Oh, he's gone real deep into 3 there. White flag's out this lap.
Almost contact between Harm and Hobson, but up the front. Oh, right on cue. Berkeley throws it up the inside, not quite able to do it right at the end of the race. He almost stole the win there out off Ryan Harris.
Yeah, that was really, really close.
Get a Cut Price Racing replay of that one because he just threw it from nowhere.
Tell you what, that has to be the most fun thing to watch on these dirt events is when they try the big slide jobs and go real deep into the corner and try and make it stick.
Been able to get it a little bit wider through the middle of the corner. He might have been able to make it stick, but that was a good little battle right at the end of the race there. Thanks to Cut Price Racing once again for the support in regards to our replays. But what another great race as we get ready for heat number 6. Get the race results up on the screen in just a moment. Race Control's got this all under control because they're whipping through it tonight.
I tell you what, he almost had the opportunity there looking back at that. If he had just let the car, as you say, roll all the way to the top of the track, and he wouldn't have given him any choice but to back out of it there, and he could have stole that win. But he was very gentlemanlike and kept his car a little bit lower than probably he needed to there.
The results on screen. Harris picks up the win over Berkeley, then Tom Callahan in 3rd position, Cameron Dance in 4th, Brenton Hobson 5th, Josh Harm 6th, James Rice in 7th, then Marwood and Lawrence round out the field for heat number 5 as we get ready for heat 6. We are not far away.
Yeah, and heat 6 comes to us with Craig Green on the number 1 position, Brett Wheeler in 2nd, Bob King in 3rd, Zach Phelan in 4th, Matt Reeds in 5th, James Robbie in 6th, Vince Romeo in 7th, Matthew Goodwin in 8th, and Aaron Wilton in 9th position.
Of course, the first time around, James Robbie picked up the win with Brett Wheeler in 2nd. Wheeler started in 8th and picked up 2nd and is overall points leader after the first round. Can confirm after the first round that was Wheeler, Robbie, Sharman and Goodyear the top 4. So good result there for Harris, but unfortunately not a great first race for him. So that won't help him in regards to this overall championship. But it looks like we're getting ready to go with heat number 5. Once again, 12 laps of racing. Definitely see that groove started to become very, very visible. Now you can see right on that outside line there where you want to be. You don't want to be too close to the wall. You don't want to be too stuck on the inside because there is no grip on that slick bit of track. Craig Dunn leads the field. We go. Will we get the green flag this time around? Past the acceleration zone, a little bit bunched up in the middle, but I think Race Control will be happy.
Yeah, it's a green flag, no problems there.
Yep. Look at that. Bunched up right at the front. Up the inside goes the 51 of Bob King, and he might get it stuck there. Brett Wheeler not able to come through in the green and black, number 56 machine. Wheeler's going to try it. Oh, contact between Wheeler and King. That's huge. And King flips and continues on somehow. And around he goes with Romeo making contact. Yellow flag flies.
Yep.
Race Control, I'm very sure, will be going and having a second and probably third, fourth, fifth, and sixth look at that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was just in the middle of the 46 car having a battle there as well and missed that one, but saw him as he went past up in the fence. So
Got Price Racing replay on screen right now. Just caught the end of it there, so we'll go back a tiny little bit further. Get up once more. I think Wheeler just got didn't really have anywhere to go. He's getting pushed up into the fence and held his line. Go back live. It's very, very sure on what they will see. They're fairly sure race control will see that as a racing incident or possibly King at fault. Get back underway straight away. I love this. Come into the acceleration zone and we'll go for it once more. Field bunches up. Matt Reed now into third. Green flag flies. Craig Dunn in the race lead, but wondering if any damage potentially to Brett Wheeler, who's under a bit of pressure now from James Robbie. Romeo's dropping off a little. He was involved in some contact there too. Craig Dunn leading this field. Zach Filand in second. Didn't have a great race last race. You got Matt Reed in third position. Brett Wheeler starting to come back towards the front, so no issues in regards to damage for him by the looks of things.
no, he seems to hold the car together pretty well. So as you say, just got real lucky there, no damage to that car. But some good battles here, but looks like most of the field now are just spread out enough that they're just running their own race.
Yeah, Reed and Wheeler probably the closest battle at the moment for third and fourth position. Another fantastic race. These guys probably not as close as what we've seen in other races, but when they were all together, it's a big move or attempted move from Wheeler. Trying to get something happening, but not able to do it up on the inside inside groove there.
No, definitely looking way too slick down there, as we saw as the 56 went down onto it. It's just no grip at all down there.
Field, it is fairly spread. Craig Dunn leading the field at the moment. Matt Reed starting to catch up to Zachary Phelan. So second and third is not done. Not far off the white flag flying as well. Reed might get this done. Not quite close enough. Got it done this time? No, not able to get it done. And he's going to actually have some pressure from Wheeler now coming through. Another great race, this one down.
White flag's out.
Will there be time for any of these positions to change?
Yeah, 46 now running right up against the fence. Oh!
Big attempted move from Brett Wheeler to get a move done, but Craig Dunn picks up the win. Great drive from him. Led it from start to finish, so well done to Craig Dunn for pick up the win in Heat 6. That was a hugely entertaining race, that one.
Yeah, as you say, they're a bit spread out, but that top three there, especially on that last lap, yeah, made the move on the last corner. Just not enough grip down there, definitely on that inside.
I think we're going to see less and less moves on that inside. I think guys are going to throw it up around the outside wall now. I think we're going to see a lot of that start to happen. But either way, that was an awesome race. I'm going to see if race control adjusting anything in regards to standings and things like that, but it doesn't look like they are. So they're going as the actual race seemed to finish from our view, anyway. Once it's all confirmed, I'll get something up on the screen for you. How good does this track look though at night? It's absolutely amazing what we've got now in iRacing with these awesome dirt tracks and awesome events. At the end of the night, we'll see some fireworks flying and all of that too, which will be pretty cool.
Yeah, you're right. Just they've done such a good job with their scanning and even all their programming that allows for the track evolution and stuff is just amazing to see it develop over the course of the night with these races and yeah, just everything about it. But yeah, as you say, Jay, it does look spectacular at night, as do most of the tracks on the server, whether it be dirt or road course.
The Heat 6 results on the screen now. So Craig Dunn, Zach Filan, Matt Reed, Brett Wheeler, James Robbie, Vince Romeo, Matt Goodwin, Aaron Wilton and Bob King, the 9 drivers we had in that heat. As we get ready for heat number 7, flying through them now. The 10 cars in this next heat, heat number 7. The Dean Thrower, Darren Parameter, Zach Masters, Scott Butler, Brandon Schultz, Dylan Sharman, Steve Williams, Ryan Gorton, Jock Goodyear, and Wayne Swanson. The 10 cars in this field as we get ready to go once again. This is heat number 7.
Broke up a bit there, Jay.
My apologies for that, mate. But we're ready to go. Either way, we're ready to go.
That's it. We got the gist of it. As they come around now into the acceleration zone, and it'll be Dean to lead them off as he takes off now.
Yeah, race control should be pretty happy with that. Away they go. Good jump at the front, contact at the back with the 95 looking like he's pulling up on the back straight.
Yeah, it looks like he might have bent the steering there. Got wedged pretty hard. A couple of cars going down into the inside line there as second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah, great battle there. So Schultz in the 93. We've got Sharman right up the inside. Big move. Not quite able to pull it off in the end.
Oh, now he's got a big slide. Is he going to miss everybody? Yes, he does, but he loses speed coming out.
Actually brought that group of cars back. Butler and up the front. Can't quite see the number of who that is in the front. It's it is Dean Thrower right at the front.
Yeah, so Dean Thrower pole position here, doing a good job holding this angry field of cars off as they battle for position a bit further back now. With first still under pressure here, but God, someone down the inside there, the 93, just throwing it in there, trying alternate lines. 66 just 66 in front of him.
Front four definitely is not decided at the moment. So the 099 of Dean Thrower in the lead at the moment. Scott Butler's involved. He's now back into 4th position. 2nd position is the 91 of Dylan Sharman. And the 93, the other car involved right at the front, is Brandon Schultz.
I tell you what, Jay, it's surprising to see here. They got that the 93 running that low line and doesn't seem to be working too good, but then he's still holding that 3rd position as there was a car up in the fence right at the back of the field that's got going, another light green car.
On for the lead, Sharman applying a lot of pressure now. It looks like he's got the move done.
Yeah, that was a great move. Textbook that was.
The Sharman now leads. For the Dean Thrower. Well, Sharman started in 6th position, so this is a good bulk gain of points for him, moving on towards the heat races and the duel for the pole. Big thrower still under pressure from that is Schultz.
And Goodyear now down to the inside, trying to slide jump for fourth. Oh, they touch there, and the ERT car though holds the position, so he moves up into fourth place now.
Schultz trying to get second position, had it for a moment. He's actually making that inside line work, is Schultz. 77 of Jock Goodyear coming through the field. He started in ninth, he's now up to fourth. So once again, a good gain of points. He's now under the 100 points for this
White
race.
flags out now.
Yeah, last lap, so not long to go. Dylan Sharman leads and has a massive lead. Dean Thrower, Brandon Schultz, who's going to get second position? Will it be Jock Goodyear coming up the inside? Goodyear gets fourth, Schultz third. Sharman picks up the win, Dean Thrower in second position. Great race. Wow.
Oh, it looks like unfortunately Zach Masters there that started in third. He forgot to refuel his car for that run.
No.
So he actually ran out of fuel, which was why he was so slow there after about the first 2 laps.
That's disappointing for him. Who unfortunately pick up no points moving on towards the rest of the night. So points update after the last heat. Joel Berkeley, Craig Dunn equal first position. Brett Wheeler in third position on 199. The first two guys on 204. Cameron Dance on 192. James Rubby also on 192. So very, very close up at the pointy end of the field.
I'll tell you what, that move by Dylan Sharman there on Dean Thrower for that win. Good slide job there, threw the car down and made the move nice and clean. That was definitely move of the night so far, I reckon.
A fantastic move to get that done. I was a little bit surprised he actually did that because it was a very, very tough move to make. So he did a great job to get it done. So we're just waiting for race control to confirm. We've got the first 6 positions confirmed. Now we've got 7th confirmed. So I'll just get the last couple confirmed and we'll bring the results to you on the screen, and then we'll get the Heat 8 grid up on the screen as well. And then we get into the main event of tonight, or the main part of the night, the C main, the B main, and the A main. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the night. It's going to be very, very exciting.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And I mean, even these heat races have been exciting enough. And when we start throwing the best of the best into those, the main races there with a few extra laps up their sleeves, the boys go even more flat out.
The Sharman from Thrower. We got Schultz, Goodyear, Butler, Parameter, Gorton, Williams, and Swanson with Masters, as you say, DNFing due to not refueling his car. That's very, very disappointing for him.
Yeah, and we've got the cars coming out now for heat number 8 and the final heat before our main series starts. So we got Sean McGinniskin off number 1. That's always a good name to throw in there. Dean Stone, Daniel Poulton, Lachlan Smith, Lewis Hewitt, Peter Power out of 6th, Wayne Harrison Watt out of 7th, Jaron Mott out of 8th, Matt Ralph out of 9th, and Tim Ryan rounding out the 10-car heat number 8, final round of round 2.
A little bit of trivia for you. I found out not that long ago that Sean McGinniskin's actually used to be my neighbour. How's that for weird? Yeah, only not long ago, as far as I know, not long ago got onto iRacing when Dirt come out. Races Dirt pretty much exclusively, but he actually used to live about half a K from my old house. How's that?
I'll tell you what, that's a small world there.
It is bizarre,
and,
isn't it?
Yeah.
But he'll lead the field away for this final heat for tonight's event. Get into heat number 8. Once again, 12 laps for these guys. Should be a really, really good heat.
Yeah, coming around out of the acceleration zone.
away we go. Look at that
Oh, good
jump
jump.
up the inside. Who was that? Car in 5th, I believe. I think it was Lewis Hewitt. Had a massive jump.
Oh, there's cars everywhere out the front. There's big contact
big
into the
crash.
wall. Oh,
That was huge. I'm not sure who that was there.
I think that was one of the
ERT cars for
ERT
sure.
car. Yeah.
Daniel Poulton, possibly. Try and pick up a cut price racing replay and try and work out exactly who it was. A little bit hard to work out because we're trying to rely off different numbers to what we normally would in a race. So it's contact between Poulton and Hewitt, and then Stone and Hewitt come to, Stone and Poulton come together, and it's like Poulton may get, no, he's in the pit, so his race done, unfortunately for him. Go back live, thanks to
Yeah.
Cut Price Racing.
That was a big one. That one. It's especially in that pack of cars there. There's not a lot of room to go, and unfortunately got cleaned up a bit further back as well.
McGinniskin will have the English is a good start. McGinniskin has control of the field. We're going to go one more lap, so it's McGinniskin from Hewitt. Then it is the 911 of Lachlan Smith. Got Stone in 4th position. 5th position is, I think, Tim Ryan. Who started in 10th. He's already up to 5th position. Now, something happening to the 666 here.
Yeah, the 666 has got a end of field penalty for actually overtaking before the start-finish control line on the start. So you're not allowed to overlap before the start-finish line.
Tim Ryan started in 10th. He's up to 4th. So a good points haul for him in this race. 109 points if he can finish in this position, but the pace that he's had tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if he passes a couple more cars. Get ready to go green this time around. McGinniskin leads the field. Lachlan Smith now in 2nd. Dean Stone in 3rd position. Gonna have one more lap under yellow by the looks of things.
I'm not sure, just a bit of chatter over drivers about that start, but nothing from race admin yet. So yeah, I think they're just trying to get them all sorted.
I don't think there was too many issues other than the one you said with the big jump that Hughes had, because he was in 5th position, or started in 5th position. He crossed the start-finish line in 2nd. Yeah, it definitely made it a little bit too aggressive at the start, which, you know, you're not really allowed to do.
Yeah, so it looks like a no start was called, so we're going to restart double file, but the 666 has still got the end of grid penalty due to the fact that he still made up 2 positions before the cross of the line.
Does that mean the 070 will be able to restart, or are they out of the race?
No, unfortunately, because his car is too damaged, he will be out of the race still.
Restart from basically as we were, back in a position, so trying to sort themselves out. Big unlucky one out of this is Tim Ryan, who actually had a great jump. As I said, started 10th, he'd made his way up into 4th position. They're going to go and do it all again.
Yeah, so apparently a fair few of the drivers are saying they're not going to have enough fuel to finish this race. So obviously people are only fueling for the allotted 12 laps and not allowing for enough fuel for a restart.
And I believe they were advised that there is the potential for this stuff to happen. So they needed to take that into account. It wasn't like they weren't told that this could happen.
Okay, so it looks like it's a gentleman's agreement that race control is allowing them all to go back into the pits, refuel their cars for a full restart.
Okay, so Jeez, I'm doing well with English, aren't I? We'll reattempt it. Just like me trying to talk. We'll reattempt it.
So race control, just reiterating with the drivers that, as you said before, Jay, that they need to make sure they have enough fuel. So they're allowing it for this race and this race only because it's the first time that it's happened with such a big kerfuffle of incidents. But from now on, the drivers have been warned that they'll need enough fuel to finish, even if there is a full restart as we're having. Due to the fact that we didn't complete an entire lap when the caution was thrown.
Yep, makes sense to me. I've just got an update in regards to the points after 7 heats. So Sharman P1, Jock Goodyear P2, Joel Berkeley P3, Craig Dunn P4, P5 will be Brett Wheeler, and the other name that I would not be surprised to jump into that top 5 will be Tim Ryan in this race here. Dean Stone, the other one who did a very, very good job in the first round. Tim Ryan did pick up the win in the first round of racing, but Dean Stone finished 4th after a 9th place start. He actually picked up the most points from the first round of racing. Get ready to get underway once again.
Yep. So now being told the 666 has had his penalty revoked due to the fact that it's a full restart, so he will now start back with his original position.
Very, very lucky, but I don't think he'll be doing it again.
No, that's right. But unfortunately, the car which did cause the caution, which happened to flip and completely destroy itself, is obviously not going to restart this race.
Go one lap around once again, and then we'll have the second attempt at heat number 8. Seeing a car coming out of the pits there. I'm not quite sure who that was. Wayne Harrison Watt that was. Missed the first initial jump come out, but we're about to come back into the acceleration zone once again and get underway for the second attempt for heat number 8. No, we're not.
Looks like race control. All the boys didn't hear race control call a green flag, so they're going to do it this time around. There was a little bit of confusion because there was a car coming back out of the pits there.
I think that would have definitely thrown me off, seeing a car do that. So here we go, second attempt once again. We are green this time.
Good jump from the leader.
Yep.
No, yellow apparently. False start.
Yeah, now I believe that will be because Lewis Hewitt is actually supposed to start this race in 5th position, but actually started alongside the 4th place car, so he's starting 1 position ahead, or effectively 2 positions ahead. He's starting in row 2 instead of row 3.
Yeah, I think we jinxed it, Jay, because we said everything was going smooth, quick, and now there's been a bit of incident and false start now. So, all right, green next lap.
Take 3.
Third time's a charm.
We're always right for take 3, aren't we?
That's right. Outside row now being told just to bunch up a little bit. He's gone early there, I reckon.
Yep. Definitely get a green flag this time around.
No, they've called green. All right. Race control's happy with that restart. Oh, contact up the back. Big hit.
Hewitt. It's now up through. Oh, big
Oh,
crash. Big
massive.
contact. And we've got cars facing the wrong direction. We've got cars upside down. We are under yellow flag. If we can pick up exactly what happened there with Cup Price Racing replay. Happened just behind McGinniskin, but I'm not 100% sure who was involved. 092, Dean Stone, and the 911, Lachlan Smith, were definitely involved. Smith upside down.
Yeah, the 092's got a under grid penalty as well, so must have been involved in that incident.
Yep, he actually caused that with contact between he and McGinniskin, and Lachlan Smith's been the biggest loser out of that. He's actually rolled it and DNFing from this race. We now have 2 cars out of this race. Wayne Harrison Watt now into P2. And the 666 of Hewitt leading this race. 98 in 3rd position. It's Tim Ryan, so no, sorry, the 98's back at the rear of the field. Oh. Go back green. We're underway once again.
359 got all sorts of loose out of that restart there, and he's about to get swamped.
Something's happened to Tim Ryan. He's not moving. Rolling down the back straight, but Hewitt's away. Watt is fighting for 4th position. Guinnesskin having a very, very good battle with Wayne Harrison Watt. The Gagler cars right in the middle, the 121, Matthew Ralph, and the 208 of Jaron Mott. Oh, a bit of contact between them coming out of 4. I'll slide on by the number 359, Peter Power. He's going to lose out a couple of spots here.
Yellow flags out. I think that may be for that struggling car, one of the ERA cars.
Yeah, so Tim Ryan. A lot of damage to the front of that car after that incident from earlier. The whole front wing on that. Hewitt leading. Inniskin in 2nd, then we've got Wayne Harrison Watt in 3rd. Powers held on to 4th position by the looks. We got the 121 in the 5th position, Matthew Ralph. I did definitely
Some of the boys.
When I said it was all going very smooth, we've mozzed it with this race, haven't we?
Yeah, just some of the drivers in this race getting a bit frustrated with race control, but they just need to settle down a bit. I think race control's doing a good job of explaining the rules to them and etc. So yeah.
Be long until we get back underway once again.
Alright, we're going to go green next time. I'm not sure how many laps left. There can't be too many, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, after this one, we'll have a tiny little break and then we will be back for the C-Main. So, still heaps of action still to come. We'll try and get a points update before we have our little break. But Lewis Hewitt lead the field into the acceleration zone. Once again, this is heat number 8. We go green.
Yeah, good start there. He's made a good jump and put a few car lengths straight away there.
Oh, big slide for 121.
Someone's near the fence. Oh, lucky. 1-2-1 kept it off.
Yep. Mott's lost out in that. Once again, it's like...
spinner in the back and contact. Oh, big crash up the back there.
Yeah, Dean Stone involved in that one. Quickly get a Cut Price Racing replay and we'll go back live. The last little moment of it. So it's Stone and Power involved in that one. Under yellow, I'm fairly sure. Not many cars left in this race now. Hewitt leads from McGinniskin. Ralph now in third. Wayne Harrison Watt in fourth position. And Darren Mott in fifth. I believe that's all we've got left in the race.
Yeah, a fair few cars been involved in incidents at the moment, and plenty of almost racing for sheep stations here. You'd think it was the A main.
A lot of sheep stations involved in getting that number one. Of course, regardless of where they finish, they've still got a chance, regardless of what happens in this event. So, of course, the C main up next, as we said, 15 laps for the C main. From there, the top two will transfer into the B main. Get ready to go. Green flag flies once again. So we've got 5 cars remaining. Hewitt with a big jump. Gediskin under pressure from Ralph. Ralph's going to go around the outside. Oh, almost contact.
Early contact again.
And he's clipped the wall on the outside. So trying to get that outside line working. He's going to get it done this time, I believe. Now side by side coming into turn 3. Outside line definitely is the one to go at the moment. McGinniskin is going to lose out. Drops back to third. Ralph up to second.
Yeah, you see that push, that 1-2-1 gets off the corner, but the inside line there seems to be just working enough to stick with him.
It's enough to hold the pace. I don't think it's enough to get a pass done, but in saying that, Hewitt's
He's got a chance here around the outside.
Take it here, and he does. He's got this done. So around the outside goes Matthew Ralph. He's going to take the race lead. Not long left in this race now. The 666 of Hewitt could actually lose out to Sean McGinniskin as well. And McGinniskin
I tell you
goes
what,
through.
he's super quick off that outside line in 1 and 2.
Ralph now leading. McGinniskin in second once again. Third position. So something's happened to the 666 of Hewitt. He's out of the race. Jaron Mott in third position.
Oh, white flag now, white flag, and somebody's run out of fuel
Yeah,
there.
Mott's run out of fuel on the front straight. And Matthew Ralph's out of fuel as well. So McGinniskin's going to pick up the win, is he?
No, the 098's run out of fuel as well. Oh, there's drama everywhere in this race.
So Wayne Harrison Watt's going to be the last driver out on the track, and he's going to pick up the race win.
I tell you what, he's done a Bradbury there. For sure.
Wow.
Everyone's run out of fuel. That's ridiculous.
So Wayne Harrison Watt picks up the win. McGinniskin's going to officially be second because he's definitely travelled the most distance. Almost enough to get across the start-finish line for the final time. But Race Control's going to have a bit of a headache. This one, they've officially put 7 drivers as DNF'd already. I got a funny feeling that they're going to call second back through the rest of the field as DNFs. Which affects the way that the points unfold. So we'll bring those to you very, very soon. But that's it for the heat. So we get into the C main very, very soon. Then we'll have the pole shuffle, the B main and the A main to round out our event tonight. But it's been some awesome racing so far. 3 more races and the pole shuffle battle still to come.
Yeah, and I tell you what, put that one down in your iRacing trivia questions, Jay, for next year. Which heat was the only heat to finish only one finisher and the rest of the field DNF? Because that is something that you won't see every day.
Absolutely amazing. So well done to Wayne Harrison Watt. for those watching on our YouTube channel. Please keep it friendly in regards to the chat. No need to get too carried away. We all love our racing. We all love to get involved in the discussion, but let's keep it friendly and civil. Yeah, we're all friends at the end of the day. But we'll go through the race results now. Just to get them confirmed through. Let's try and see if this actually is working. Now I've broken things. Jeez, I said everything was going well and now I've broken things. That's good, isn't it? There we go.
That's it.
Got the heat standings on the screen. So they've officially called DNF for all the drivers from second back. So that will affect the way the points unfold in the end. So we will run through the top 12 in points very, very soon as well. That concludes the first component of tonight's event, which has been highly entertaining. So before we go to a break, we'll quickly run through the top 12 in regards to the overall standings. And then we will take a little break while we reset for the second component of our night, the start of the finals, which I'm really looking forward to. Bring on that A main right at the end of the night.
Yeah, definitely. That A main is going to be amazing, as we've seen some crazy races.
Standings on
That
screen.
one probably being the craziest.
Standings are on screen after the first component of the night. So Charman on top with 233 points. Jock Goodyear second, 209. 204 for both Berkeley and Dunn. Brett Wheeler, 199. Cameron Dance, 192. And then 192 also for James Robbie. Brandon Schultz in 8th position with 185. 180 for Tom Callahan. Wayne Harrison Watt on 175. 168 for James Rice and Ryan House, rounding out the top 12 in tonight's event. But we'll take a quick break and we will be back very, very soon here at Vets Online for the second component of tonight's racing. This is the Australian 360 Sprint Car Championship. We'll be back in just a couple of moments.
Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is going to be so fun. And it's going to be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
When I sat in the car, you always wonder, what's it going to feel like? It was my first time driving a mid-engine GT car. My thoughts were, wow, this is really good for our first time in a car. I was really surprised by, you're sitting low, you got the A-pillars at steep angles, the windshield's at steep angles, you can see the fender flares. I think we have a chance to win. Everything's got to go right, but I think we have a car that can win the race or be on the podium. But can you imagine how cool that would be to go back 50 years later to the year and do it?
I'm walking down the street.
Hello everyone, welcome back to V8's Online's live coverage of the 360 Australian Sprint Car Championship. We are here at Eldora Speedway for the first time for this championship to hand over the number 1 plate for the 360 Sprint Car. Jay Kennedy and Luke Emmett in the commentary booth. We're getting ready for the C main, which is 15 laps of racing, and the drivers are just getting ready to head out on the track now.
Yeah, I'm excited, Jay. My pizza turned up just before or just at the end of that last race there, so it was good
did well,
timing,
didn't
and
it?
I've inhaled it, and I'm all fueled up, ready to go.
The C main drivers are getting ready to come out onto the track. We've got 6 drivers in the C main. Top 2 will transition into the B main. Scott Butler, Peter Power, Zach Masters, John Lawrence, Daniel Poulton, and Lachlan Smith taking the field in this one. We've got 16 drivers already set for the B main grid and 10 drivers already set for the A main grid as well. So the top 6 yet to be decided. Will be decided in the whole shuffle. Coming up very, very soon. The 15 laps ahead for these guys. Keyboard's decided to stop working again. That's good. Well tonight. Ran so well for the first 7 laps with no issues at all, and now we're having all sorts of dramas, but we're getting through it. Been an absolutely fantastic night of racing once again. This event has been thoroughly enjoyable. Looks like the field's starting to get set and ready to go. Scott Butler will be the leader. Roll the field. We've got 6 cars in this main C main for tonight. 15 laps for these drivers. Been an awesome night of racing the whole way through the field.
Yeah, it has been. It's only going to get more and more exciting, especially those the shuffle events. They're always good fun to watch one-on-one racing there.
Caught you at a terrible time there while you had your mouth full of pizza too. I did a perfect job, I could tell.
Yeah, I lied. I didn't inhale all of it. I'm still going.
Just enough, but here we go. So the 94 car will lead these drivers up to the acceleration zone. We get ready to take the green flag, and away they go. Big jump on the inside row.
Yellow flag.
Yep.
False start there inside.
I think may have went slightly too early. Nothing wrong with trying to get away a little bit early though, but that one was a little bit obvious.
Yeah, you gotta try your luck. You could try and push the limits. But yeah, you got caught on that one.
I think the fact that the outside row completely missed it might have been part of the reason why. It made it a little bit more obvious that he jumped early when the outside row didn't go at all, but
No start.
We have another crack at it this time around. Big thank you to everyone that is tuning in, watching V8s Online for the first time. As we said before, we bring action most nights of the week now. Most nights of the week we've got something on, so lots and lots of fun things happening here at V8s Online. So make sure you tune in, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button if you're watching on Twitch. Make sure you like us on our Facebook page. Keep up to date with everything that goes on. We get ready to go. Once again, this is the C main. And this one looks much, much better. Bit of contact between Poulton.
Green's called.
Poulton, and I'm not quite sure who that was. Possibly was... I'm not sure. I can't work it out. Anyway.
Oh, Peter Power getting into a car.
Oh, big
wall.
crash. And
in contact after the flag called. 95 got caught up in a second one there, and then not sure that was after the yellow was called. Yeah, into turn 1 there. 95 got up into the 51 by the look of it.
Yep, we get a replay of the first part of that crash with Peter Power slamming the outside wall after contact between he and Zach Masters. We move up and we'll watch Masters once again. He just got slammed by Lachlan Smith, and they just had wheels absolutely link up. Yeah, it'd be pretty impressive if doors linked up in this event, but we're under caution. Single file restarts.
And then there were 5. Yeah, I tell you what, these things react a lot like open wheelers, Jay. When they link wheels, it doesn't seem to end too well.
One more before we go green. That's Butler, Poulton, Smith, Masters and Lawrence. Be on between Butler, Poulton and Smith for the transfer spots. Top two make it through. It's three guys who probably deserve to be in the A main, let alone in the C main.
Yeah, that's right, Jay. It'll be interesting to see if the 95 here doesn't have any damage from that contact into turn one. Zach had a bit of a coming together there with a 911 car, so we'll just see how that turns out, see if he's still on the pace.
But we're away. Jump from Butler. Poulton missed it a little bit. Lawrence is gone and away. Lachlan Smith going to have to try and work very, very hard to get past Zach Masters here.
Yeah, and John Lawrence now just a bit far back in third there. He's going to have to try and motor that thing up a bit if he wants to make this transfer spot.
So at the moment, Poulton and Butler have pulled away and are under no threat of making the transfer at the moment. Lachlan Smith's not able to get past Zach Masters and catch back up to the front. He possibly has got damage too from that contact we saw early on in that race, but Butler starting to pull away from Poulton. Last lap around, Butler was just on a 10th quicker than Poulton. This lap around, Butler and slower as Poulton does the fastest lap of the race, a 14 flat. Was the track back to original state once again? So we had the track workers out repairing the track. As good as new once again.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, Jay, with not as many cars running around, the lines aren't forming as quickly, so even the second group here may have a fairly fresh track.
Yep, so battle for the pole, duel for the pole will be very, very exciting coming up in the not too distant future. Scott Butler currently has one hand on the transfer spot into the B main. Daniel Poulton trying to get up ahead of Butler. Got a lot of work to do though. Just taking out a couple of hundredths a lap. Not quite enough. Gonna guess we've got around about 6 or 7 laps left in this race. Not long to go. John Lawrence is holding on to that third position. Zach Masters is holding on Lachlan Smith, who just gives him a little bit of a tag. Up the front, it's starting to get a little bit tighter. Poulton's starting to close up onto the back of Scott Butler.
Yeah, it's definitely getting a lot closer now. And these guys out the back, Zach has really got his hands full as well. This battle has not stopped since the green flag drop.
Awesome battle to watch between Smith and Masters, but it unfortunately isn't going to lead to too much because they are too far back now to even challenge for these top 2 transfer spots. I think we've got about 3 to go.
White flag's out now. White flag's out.
That was a pretty close guess. The last lap, last chance for Poulton to get through. They're not going to be challenged because John Lawrence is too far back. So Butler and Poulton will cross the line to transfer into the B main coming up in the next few minutes. But great drive from Scott Butler and Daniel Poulton to transfer through the next race.
Yeah, good run there by Scott and Daniel. They kept out of each other's way, but still had some good racing, and both of them going through.
The official results in the end: Scott Butler, Daniel Poulton, John Lawrence, Lachlan Smith, Zach Masters, with Peter Power DNFing, unfortunately. Next up, we have the duels. which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely. It's very much a spectator sport. The one-on-one driving. It's almost like a fight to the death. They really give it a lot to try and win it.
Well, Cameron Dance, the number 6, up against Brett Wheeler. The 56. Just trying to find him in my list of cars. Of course, the winner will move on to the next duel, and the loser will end up in 6th position on the grid for tonight's main event.
Yeah. So and also driver 2 in these duels gets lane choice.
That's Brett Wheeler for this one. Cameron Dance will start on the outside in the orange and black. Brett Wheeler in the green and black. Nice and easy for us to tell them apart.
Now we should get some music going, like fight to the death. Make it more interesting.
From memory, I believe these will be 2-lap runs as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're 2 laps.
Yep.
Apologies for my hopeless musical talents.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But away we go. Green flag flies. Dance has now got a little bit of work to do because he's tucked in behind. The Wheeler leading from Dance, and there isn't enough happening on the track to make any other line work it right on the inside. So 2 laps is confirmed. Brett Wheeler leading. Cameron Dance. Looks like Dance will not have enough to keep up. Brett Wheeler will advance to next duel up against Craig Dunn. Cameron Dance is out. He will start A main in 6th position. Brett Wheeler now. Next opponent. That is Craig Dunn in the 57. So 56 versus 57.
Craig has chosen the inside line for the next one in the 57.
Yep, I think everyone will choose the inside line based on how little wear there is in the track at the moment. Craig Dunn finished the initial event with 204 points, actually tied with Joel Berkeley, but countback meant that Berkeley will finish 3rd. We'll be out on track next, and away goes Dunn. Good jump. Wheeler going to have to work hard to get this done. Oh, he's just clipped the wall too, so that's potentially race done for Wheeler. Craig Dunn's now driving away. Get the white flag as they cross the start-finish line here. Wheeler too far back now. This little bit of damage did definitely clip the wall. And oh, he's just hit the wall again, so that is done. Craig Dunn picks up the win.
Yeah, good run there by Craig.
Yep. Picks up the fastest lap we've seen in the second component of tonight's event, and straight out on there is Joel Berkeley, ready to go.
Yeah, race control getting them organised nice and early, and they're going green this time, so no rest for the wicked.
I love how quick they've made it. Straight into it. Berkeley on
Couldn't
the inside.
Couldn't even swallow that bite of pizza.
Away they go. Berkeley jumped very early, and I think he's just
Green call.
Yep. Berkeley, good jump. Dunn got a lot of work to do to try and catch up here. I'll get the white flag this time around. Dunn has closed though.
Yeah. See if he goes for a slide job into 3. No, just to get.
I don't think there's enough of an outside line making that slide job of potential at the moment. So Joel Berkeley picks up the win. Craig Dunn does a faster lap than he did on the first race, but not enough in the end. Berkeley goes through. Next round, he'll be up against Jock Goodyear. Once again, selected the inside line. We get ready to go again.
I'm not even going to bother picking up another slice till this is over because there's no time in between.
Away he goes.
Green called. This 9 car's been pretty strong tonight, so we'll see if he can make it up here from behind. He's just starting to try and push that line out around the inside, but again, as you say, Jay, there's not enough cars running around here to really make that line work, and that inside is still nice and quick.
Yep, it's not enough happened on the track. Probably wasn't enough cars in the C main for anything much to work. And Berkeley does the fastest lap we've seen so far in the second portion of the night. But it's not enough. Jock Goodyear picks up the win, and he is now up against Dylan Sharman. This battle will decide the pole position for the A main tonight. Goodyear on the outside, Sharman on the inside. Going to be a very, very good battle. And away we go, green flag. Good jump from Sharman, but Goodyear went with him. And this is going to be our closest duel we've seen. Oh, big hit of the wall. And that will do it. Sharman will run away with this now. Gap is too big. I can't see Sharman losing that much ground. Sharman will... I'm not going to say it too early. Sharman will pick up the win. And he will keep the pole position for the A main tonight. Does the fastest lap we've seen in this stint. Jock Goodyear in second position. All is as it was beforehand. And our A main grid top 16 is now set. Got 4 positions left to fill, which will be decided from this race right now. The B main.
I'll tell you what, there, that in that draw, you want to be almost last, don't you? Because we did not see a single driver win 2 in a row there, so
No.
definitely want to be drawn last.
The last time we saw a big amount of shuffling going on, but there was no shuffling then. We go to the B main now. These guys have 20 laps ahead. But the first 10 drivers on screen at the moment. So we have Zach Filan, Josh Harm, Darren Parameter, Stephen Williams, Brenton Hobson, Matthew Goodwin, Jerry Marwood, Wayne Swanson, Dean Stone, and Tim Ryan, the first 10 drivers out in this event. Bring the second 10 up on the screen in just a moment. When things decide to work. There we go. Surprised things have worked as well as they have tonight.
Now this is going to be very, very interesting. The most amount of cars we've had on this track tonight at once. So I say prepare for carnage.
For sure, there will be carnage galore. I believe we've got the 18 cars in this one.
Yeah, 18 cars in this one, Joe.
Yep. So the second half of the grid on screen now. So the drivers start to get ready to form up. We've got Jaron Mott, Aaron Wilton, Sean McGinniskin, Matt Ralph, Bob King, Lewis Hewitt, and our transfer spots were Scott Butler and Daniel Poulton, which we saw in the C main not too long ago. We now get ready for the B main. 20 laps ahead for these guys, and then we will get into the main event, the A final. One that everyone is wanting, the race that will decide who will get that illustrious #1 plate. Drivers getting ready to go. This time around by the looks.
Yeah, just some sorting out midfield there.
The 49 car will have control of the field. I think we'll go green next time around by the looks of it.
Yeah, they're just trying to sort out that outside row. It's a bit messy. They're not lining up properly, so.
So there's 4 transfer spots up for grabs in this one. The top 4 will get a spot in the A main, which anything can and likely will happen. "20 laps.
Being told to bunch up now, so it looks like we might be good for a start.
One more by the looks.
Oh, got me all excited.
You even stopped eating your pizza just then, just in
I know.
case, didn't you?
I went to take a bite. I'm like, no, they're going to start.
I almost grabbed a lolly and I just decided I better have a quick bite as we get ready to go.
Yeah, if anyone's around, we need more pizza into the com box.
I could go a pizza. Zach Filan now leads us away. Green flag.
Green flag.
Beautiful. So away we go. This is an official start. Big,
Oh, I went
big
in the wall already.
crash. Tim Ryan. And we are under yellow.
Yep, yellow, yellow, yellow.
We'll pick up a
Full
replay.
restart.
Tim Ryan, that was a huge crash into the wall. We'll pick up a Cut Price Racing replay. See exactly what happened there with Tim. All I saw was contact and him shooting into the fence, but not 100% sure on what happened. So it was contact between the 092 of Dean Stone and he. See wheel-to-wheel contact between those two drivers. Go back live. Ryan is continuing on. He's still going. Looks like with the being a full restart, you might actually be able to get his position back. But we're going to have one more lap before we go green.
Yeah, so the 98's now back in the pits, obviously, after that crash.
Yep.
There was a bit too much
damage?
confusion. Yeah, and too much damage. So he's just been told to just park it.
Unlucky
Pretty
for Tim.
pleased. So yeah, unlucky there, but a lot of damage, and he reset his car and went back out. But unfortunately, can't do that.
No.
So lights are out, and green next time by.
Here we go once more. 20 laps ahead. 19 more. And away we go. Green flag will fly. Oh,
Green
spinner
flag
at the
again.
front.
Oh. One in the wall on the inside after that contact. They're bunching up mid-pack. There's cars everywhere. No caution yet. Looks like they got going again. Whoever was in the wall, a big crash, and I've just jinxed it. Commentators goes.
Wayne
Yellow's
Swanson.
out.
We just caught that one live. We'll try and get a Cut Price Racing replay from a slightly different angle to see exactly what happened. But it was Wayne Swanson and the 098 goal, which is Sean McGinniskin, is unfortunately out of the race as well with a bit of damage to the front of his car. So go back live.
Yeah, it looks like someone's got a meatball there. I think it was who you mentioned before.
Yeah,
just
Wayne
saying
Swanson,
he's
in
been
the pits.
been meatballed.
More of attrition now starting to come through here in this race.
Yeah, well, we saw the Bradbury in the 8th heat there, Jay, so it might be the same thing. Can we take out 19 cars and only have one finisher? I very much doubt it.
I doubt it too, but Zach, we're actually going to be single file restart this time, I believe, as well. Or we're going for a full restart.
No, we got laps in then, so it'll be just a single file restart, as the gentlemen were in the order. So race control, I think we got 2 laps in there, so or
Yep.
1.5 at least.
Yep. I think the leader definitely crossed the start finish line. So
Yeah, definitely.
Ireland will lead and Josh Harm in second. Saying that they're lining up side by side, so I think Harm might be hoping that it's going to be double file restart.
Yeah, I think that's a bit overambitious with the rest of the field behind him. Driver's already worried about fuel now. My screen's just decided to go black, but yeah.
If they're worried
Already
about fuel though,
having
they need
warned.
if they're worried about fuel, they need to line up and get ready to go. Yeah, the more laps that they do under yellow conditions, the longer the race is going to go and the less fuel they're going to have. So get into position and you'll be ready to go, and they'll let you go sooner. My advice. But we're going to have another lap under yellow.
Yeah, well, I always thought they still included laps under yellow at the moment, but maybe not.
These ones are not. The final, I do believe, has included laps, but not the rest.
Yeah, unfortunately, if the drivers haven't learnt their lesson from those heat races where they warned them, then yeah.
Right, we're going to see if we go to green this time. Still not very well into line, but not going green again. Still
This is
cars
good
actually
'cause-
rearranging themselves in the middle of the pack there. Not quite sure as to why. Looks like it might have been Lewis Hewitt had to let a car through then, and the 51 of Bob King just went ahead of Hewitt.
Yeah, that's alright. Looks like my iRacing's decided to crash, so we'll get in as soon as we can.
My best to keep talking as much as I can. I'm good at it. But here we go. Filer now controlling the field. And away we go. Green flag's definitely flying because they are into it. And great jump from Filer, but have a look at the mid-pack. Bob King, almost contact between he and the number 96 of Darren Parameter. That mid-pack there is very, very messy. King with 3 wide here with Hewitt and Mott. Loving this action now, a 2x2. We will get through here okay, I think. On the inside there as well is Matthew Goodwin. Oh, big contact, and Goodwin's upside down. We're staying green by the looks. Up the front, Zachary Filan leading over Josh Harm. They're in first and second. Stephen Williams, third position, under pressure from Dean Stone. At the moment, they're the 4 that will qualify into the A main. Coming up next. Up the inside goes Stone. But coming back through is Williams. He gets it done, holding onto that third position. Up the front, change for the lead. Possibly, no, not going to happen yet. Filan holding on over Josh Harm.
Alright, I'm all good, I'm back in.
Welcome back. It's on at the front. First and second having a very, very tough battle. Harm.
Oh, Daniel Porton into the wall. Daniel Porton has been touched and thrown into the wall. I think it was in between turns 2 and 3.
Quickly get a cut price racing replay because the guys at the front are still going at it. But unfortunate night, end of the night for Poulton. Number 10, I think it was, that made contact. Terry Marwood. Go back live. Don't quote me on that, so my apologies if I'm wrong. I usually am when I make comments like that. I do get told on the YouTube chat and the Facebook page that I've done that wrong, but anyway. At the front, Filan and Harm going at it pretty aggressively for the race lead. Third and fourth still going at it too. Williams, Stone, and in there now, Bob King. King's closed up that gap. And here comes Hewitt as well. So fifth is King. Not quite able to get the move done, but he's putting a lot of pressure on Stone.
Oh, and they touch as well, and Hewitt will be rubbing his hands together. He's going to split two of them soon, I reckon, as he goes down the inside.
So King is through now into the transfer spot as they're coming up to lap traffic.
Oh, contact again, pushed
between
him wide.
King and Stone. Still go. Hewitt's still there, involved in this battle too.
Hewitt now up the inside, trying to take advantage of that.
So on board here with Bob King, you can see Daniel Poulton staying out of the way nice and high. There's a very, very tight battle on for the lead, but...
Oh, he's going to get hit.
Oh, big contact.
Oh, big contact, 66 tangled. And they're going around.
Oh, big.
That's
big
got to be
crash.
yellow, massive hit.
In continues on. We've got cars
Oh,
upside
another
down.
one.
I think we're still green though. So Lewis Hewitt was definitely involved in that. In
White flag
66.
is out.
The Filan holding on from harm. We'll get a cut price racing replay once this race does conclude. Pick up that with Bob King. Unlucky for him because he did have great drive to get up to the front, up to the transfer spot. Stephen Williams holds on for third, and fourth position is Dean Stone in the end, but we will get a replay of those last couple of laps. Bob King, I tell you what, he definitely deserved to be right up at the front. You see there, Hewitt, King, just getting together, locking wheels. Unfortunately, they're both trying to get the same bit of road, and very, very unfortunate end of that race. But the transfer spots officially Filand, Harm, Williams, and Stone as we get ready for the big one, main event, the A main final.
Yeah, that was exciting. And man, those 20 laps go nice and quick, didn't they?
That was great. I was very, very impressed. Once we got that green flag underway, that was a fantastic race. We'll get the starting grid up on the screen as soon as we can. There's someone in the background absolutely destroying their engine. It's gone. The first 10 in this event on screen. So Dylan Sharman, Jock Goodyear, Joel Berkeley, Craig Dunn, Brett Wheeler, Cameron Dance, James Robbie, Brandon Schultz, Tom Callahan, and Wayne Harrison Watt. The first 10 in this one go to the next 10. This does display the incorrect number beside them, but that's okay. We can run with it. James Rice, Ryan Harris, Matthew Reid, Vince Romeo, Dean Thrower, Ryan Gorton, and then as we saw, Zachary Filand, Josh Harm, Steve Williams, and Dean Stone rounding out the field for this main event. 40 laps ahead for these guys. Really looking forward to this race.
Last few cars now just rolling out after refueling, getting ready for the 40 laps. Just being reminded by race control to make sure they fill up.
There are a few that have forgotten about it quite a few times tonight, which I'm quite
Yeah.
surprised that they've forgotten so much, but okay, we're actually going to get this one underway. The field looks like it's pretty under control at the back, so looks like we will get underway very, very quickly. But been an
And
awesome
very
show.
tentatively.
Been an awesome show the whole night. So awesome to watch these guys this race, this event. It's been absolutely fantastic and enjoyable the whole way through. So good luck to all of these 20 drivers who have worked very, very hard to make this A final. 40 laps ahead. They will need a full tank of fuel. So they want to make sure they get this green first attempt this time around. Under the control of Dylan Sharman. Joel Berkeley in just behind. Jock Goodyear in second position.
Okay, so apparently Jay been informed that they are not counting the laps during yellow. So this could get very interesting.
Definitely a race of attrition here. I do know the original plan was to not to have them count in the final, but I heard that car that has been going a bit crazy finally blow up. That's ended that car revving in the pits.
Yep. They're coming around now, ready for a start. Looks good.
Here we go, the A main. We're finally going to get it underway. Been looking forward to this race all night. And away goes Sharman. It looks like we're all good. Great jump.
Boogity, 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 let's go racing.
Great jump from Berkeley on the inside.
Oh, it's contact in the middle back there. They're still going though.
Yep,
41 had a bit of trouble.
Around facing the wrong way is the number 5. It's contact between the 5 of James Rice. He's upside down, and Filand, who was a transfer spot.
Yellow's been called.
Yep, so under yellow conditions. So we'll get a replay, thanks to Cut Price Racing, that we can pick up exactly what happened there. James Rice was definitely the car that we saw upside down, and Filand was the other car. We'll get a replay of the actual restart or the race start as well. These guys will get themselves into order pretty quickly.
My racing is playing havoc tonight. Got the gremlins in there. It's well, shut me out of the server again.
Well, there was contact ahead of the 5 and the car come down, which looks like it might have been Wayne Harrison Watt. Go back live. Unfortunate end to the night for James Rice. But getting ready to go once more. Next lap around, we should go green. And the guys absolutely on the clutch, making sure they use 0 fuel. Less than 0 fuel. They always want fuel to go in the tank while they're lapping around here. Awesome view on board with Sharman. Looking back. See when he actually jumps. Get ready to go green. Single file restarts, as we said. This 40 lap main. And away goes Sharman. Great jump. Berkeley predicted the jump perfectly. Goodyear missed it. He's going to hold the outside line. The outside groove now really starting to come to the Goodyear second position. Berkeley in third, Wheeler in fourth. 5th position is Cam Dance. 6th position goes to Craig Dunn at the moment, but he's under a lot of pressure from the number 20. It's Tom Callahan. Side by side, still Callahan and Dunn. And Callahan gets the job done. He's now moved into the 6th position. The Sharman now actually starting to get a bit of pressure applied. Jock Goodyear just behind. Berkeley doesn't look like he's got enough to come back at them at this stage. His front 2 pulling away. Sharman starting to defend using a slightly different line now. You can see Goodyear start to get right on his tail. Out the inside looks. Coogee won't be able to do it. Gonna tuck in behind. Try and work out where he can get this move done because he's definitely got the pace over Dylan Sharman at the moment. Up the inside he goes. Won't be able to do it. Tucks back in behind once again. Sharman now trying that little bit of an inside line. See if he can find some grip. All starting to search for it now. Goodyear trying to work out where he can get this move done on Sharman. Apologies to the rest of the field. We've got to stay with this front battle. Although Berkeley now is getting pressure applied from Wheeler, so we will swap to that because Wheeler was through. Gonna have to come back in behind, and Cam Dance getting involved now as well. So first two in a very, very intense battle. Third, fourth, fifth now in a very, very tight battle as well. Looks like he's trying to get back into the server.
Yeah, I'm coming. Missed all the action. You watch, I'll come in and everyone will just spread it.
It'll be under caution when you get here.
Oh, probably.
The Sharman leading over Jock Goodyear. Berkeley
Alright, there we
the
go.
third. And right beside him is Brett Wheeler. Coming up to some lap traffic, some slower traffic. I think they will get out of the way quite easily. Like it's Vince Romeo, unfortunately back in the field. He's getting out of the way quite easily. So Berkeley having a little bit less pressure applied from Wheeler, who's now got Cameron Dance starting to hover at the back.
Yeah, Dance there just trying a bit of an alternate line, a little bit higher than the other cars, just trying to sweep that high line on entry to the corner and trying to get a better run outside. So yeah, he's gaining a little bit on that 56.
Jock Goodyear on board, chasing down the 91 of Dylan Sharman. Is he going to be able to do it? Berkeley's definitely pulling away from Wheeler, who's got Cameron Dance starting to close in. So that's your top five. The rest of the field has dropped a fair way behind. Goodyear's looked like he had the pace early on, but he's not able to find anything at the moment to get past Dylan Sharman. Looks like Berkeley trying to get a bit of a different line to find some grip now too, because he's starting to catch those guys ahead. Fastest driver out of these three last lap around.
Yeah, you physically see that gap now starting to close in a lot. Joel Berkeley now right up on the back.
Good feeling we've just passed the halfway point in this race as well.
Oh, it was on the back straight. That was close.
We're under caution.
Call caution, yeah. Would be for that stranded car that was in the middle of the back straight there.
A Cut Price Racing replay. Try and see if we can work out who that was and what happened to that car.
Tell you what, Jay, you're pretty spot on. 20 laps called there from race control.
Done well there, didn't I? 46, I'm pretty sure it was, that was involved in the accident. Matt Reed lost it all by himself out in the wall and back live once again. So Sharman
Yeah,
leading
going
the
green
field.
next time by.
And to Cut Price Racing for their support. If you're wanting to check them out, Cut Price Racing up and hopefully have some cool deals coming your way from them soon. Sharman gets ready to go. Look at how high they are on the restart too now. Green flag flies. Sharman.
Yeah.
Good job.
Tell you what, that outside line.
Oh,
Oh,
Sharman's checked up and Jock Goodyear's through. This is going to be moved done, is it? No,
Oh,
not quite.
jeez,
Sharman
like-
holds on. Will Joel Berkeley be able to get through? And just behind Cam Dance, Brett Wheeler. They're nice and
Oh,
close
it's-
too. Wheeler in the
Oh,
wall.
contact there.
Good contact. But Wheeler's going to win out of this. The other big winner out of this too is Callahan, who's now back into this fight. And he's passed Dance and Wheeler. Jock Goodyear side by side now with Dance.
And Joel Berkeley up into
Yeah,
second
Berkeley in
place
the
for
second.
TTL.
Sorry, that wasn't Dance they were fighting with. That was Josh Harm that Callahan was fighting with. So Brett Wheeler now back into 7th position. And he's being pressured by the 57 of Craig Dunn.
Yeah, and I tell you what, at the moment we have a TTL lockout for the podium positions here in the A-Main.
So it's Sharman, Berkeley, and Dance. Well, Jock Goodyear's putting a lot of pressure on Cam Dance. Saw Goodyear have some great pace in that first stint. Of course, fuel is going to be a factor by the end of this race too.
Tell you what, there's such a narrow line into 3 and 4, 1 and 2 there. There's hardly any room for those cars to move except on the outside.
This guy's lapping around about the 14.5s at the moment, although Sharman and Goodyear into the 14.4s. So a lot quicker at the moment, Sharman and Goodyear over the rest of the field. Berkeley's dropping a little bit of pace to Sharman in regards to the lap times, but it's not evident on the track because he's starting to close now. Last lap around, he was a 10th slower. Goodyear, about the same pace. Brett Wheeler's definitely dropping pace though. He's now fighting with Stone. Just seeing another car into the wall. The 41, James Robbie. Oh,
Now the 10 lap board's out.
The Sharman now 10 to go. Leading his teammate Joel Berkeley, and Cameron Dance is closing too. Dance is the quickest out of these three on the track at the moment. Will we see an upset? Sharman led from the start. He's starting to feel some pressure from his teammates behind.
Oh, Goodyear is in a lot of trouble here. He's got so much pressure.
Yep, another TTL car with Josh Harm getting involved now. They're side by side coming through turns 3 and 4. Moment Goodyear able to hold on. We could see TTL 1, 2, 3, 4 if this pass gets done.
Oh, really high there up on the between 3 and 4. They are absolutely against the fence there. This outside line is just moving higher and higher up the track every lap.
There's not much room left on the outside now of these guys. Goodyear trying to hold on, finding some grip. He's struggling to find it because look at the run that Josh Harm has got coming through.
Yeah, there's 5 to go now, 5 to go.
Oh, Harm into the fence. Almost rolled it.
Big
And
pressure.
around he goes. Quickly get a Cup Price Racing replay before we get back for the end of the race. Just saw scrape the wall and then climb the wall. Lucky to not completely end his race, but that'll end that potential 1, 2, 3, 4 for Team TTL. But Sharman starting to pull away and pressure being applied by the teammates between Joel Berkeley and Cameron Dance.
Yeah, Cameron and Joel is absolutely going at it here. It's allowing Sharman to run away with it.
Oh, Dance just clipped the fence.
White flag's out, white flag's out.
The Sharman now has got about a 1.5 second lead. Will he have enough fuel? I'm guessing he will because he's pulling away still. The Sharman looks like they're going to come together for a form finish. Or close to. Sharman picks up the win. Berkeley second. Cameron Dance holds on for third. Jock Goodyear in fourth, and he's just run out of fuel. And Callahan comes home fifth.
That is a TTL lockout for the podium. That team will be absolutely wrapped with that result tonight. That's some great driving.
Yeah, well done to Team TTL for picking up the win. Dylan Sharman, though, too good tonight. Did a great job in both of his heats. Did a great job in the duel for the pole. And led that race from start to finish. Up onto the podium. So congratulations to Dylan Sharman. We'll go through the race results once we get the official confirmation, at least the top 10 anyway, in the next few moments. But congratulations to Dylan Sharman. Picks up the win in what has been an absolutely fantastic night of racing.
Oh, take a breath now.
But that has been an amazing night of racing. I've absolutely loved this event. So congratulations to the guys over at the Australian Speedway League for putting this one together. We'll grab Dylan Sharman in for a chat. G'day, Dylan. You got us, mate?
Hey guys, sorry I was just leaving the leaving the channel there and everyone was talking. Yeah, it was a fantastic race for me and for the team.
Congratulations on getting the number 1 plate, mate.
Yeah, absolutely stoked. Once I saw it was a fresh track, I thought it's going to be pretty tough to knock me off pole position, so that was good. And then just rode around and made a few changes. I was pretty loose early on, and I was if it slicked up anymore, thought I might have been in a bit of trouble, but the actual car came on pretty good at the end, and sort of just held my gap to Joe, and it was awesome.
Well done, mate. Dominant drive all night, so congratulations. Well deserved.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the broadcast as well. That was be nice to go back and have a watch of that one, that's for sure.
Been very, very entertaining, mate. We've tried to put on a good show, but you guys have helped us out immensely, so well done.
Cheers, Jay.
Grab Joel Berkeley in for a quick chat next. So, Joel, congratulations, P2, mate. Well done. You had a bit of a fight on your hands at the end, though, with Cam coming at you at the end.
Yeah, it was a great race there. Happy to finish second to Dylan, and Cam finished third. That's a good podium.
Do you expect to be up as high as you ended up at the end of the night?
Yeah. I would have. I don't think any of us have run much dirt the last month since it got cancelled last time. So I think it's a good job. And Cameron only getting the call up this afternoon to run. It's credit to him for running third there.
Well done, mate. Congratulations on P2 tonight. It's been a very, very tough field, but highly entertaining. So thanks for putting on a great show.
Yeah, it's credit to Australian Speedway League for all the effort they put in. It's hard to do these gigs, and I reckon they did pretty successful. And massive credit to all the drivers. There might be all the flaws they have, but it happens.
They did very, very well. So thanks for putting on a great show, mate. Well done.
Thank you, mate.
Go to Cam Dance, probably the most surprised Kiwi we're going to talk to tonight. Cam, did you expect to finish anywhere near that tonight?
To be honest, I had a feeling I was going to do well. I was kind of aiming to try and take the one away from the Aussies to try and make it another thing that the Kiwis have stolen away. But I'm pretty wrapped with that. To get third, not only to Dylan, but make it a 1, 2, 3 for the team was absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, that Josh couldn't make it a 1, 2, 3, 4. But hey, at the end of the day, that's racing, and it was a good night of racing and absolutely awesome.
Was thoroughly entertaining, mate. You definitely had enough pace right towards the pointy end of the race to try and get Joel there, but not quite enough laps left.
Yeah, kind of went a different approach with the setup as far as what I was looking to do. I knew the car was going to come on better near the end with less fuel in the tank, so the way I set it up was more or less so that it was going to come on near the end, and which it did, which was quite good to see. But then as the track started to slick up, it started to become more of a game of running out of real estate, and the wall was soon not too far away from becoming one with the car. So, yeah, with a few to go, I did tap the wall coming out of turn 2, so I thought, might as well consolidate at third place rather than trying to risk it all.
Well done, mate. I'm very proud of you. I knew when you actually ended up saying, I've got a late call up here, and I'm like, Cam's going to surprise some people here and be right up the pointy end. So well done, mate. I'm very, very proud.
Yeah, cheers, no worries.
Bouts and line represent, hey?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I just got to quickly say thanks to the boys at Team TTL for the awesome work they've done over the past few weeks preparing setups and everything, and also to the sponsors Hype Stimulator, Custom Image Concepts, some Speak Engineering, and Ash Media Speedway footage, and also not to forget, probably actually forgotten it now. Beaton for putting on a great show.
Our pleasure, mate. Thanks for jumping in, and I'll talk to you during the week this week.
Yeah, no worries, definitely.
Luke, what a night of racing we've had, mate.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and never fails to disappoint these dirt ovals, and always glad to come in and have some chit chat with you and watch some great racing as we did last time. I really enjoy something different with a bit of dirt racing, and yeah, always good to watch.
Big thank you to the Australian Speedway League guys for an awesome event. We've thoroughly enjoyed it, so well done to those guys. Brett, George, Greg. I've missed others as well, Sean as well. So well done to you guys. You've put on a great show. And Gavin, who isn't here tonight, I believe he was over whale watching today, so he missed out doing that. But big thanks to you guys for your hard work putting this event together. It's been absolutely fantastic. So well done.
Yeah, definitely a big thanks to them and all the sponsors that make it possible to run the servers and also iRacing for giving us the ability to have these dirt races as well.
Yep, thank you to everyone. Thanks for watching as well. We've thoroughly enjoyed bringing the coverage to you. Our next broadcast will be Monday night. I've got a Sunday night off for the first time in months. First planned Sunday night. Anyway, so make sure you tune in Monday night for the Aussie Driver Search iRacing official V8 Supercar Series. We are off to Road America. Then Wednesday night we will have, Tuesday night we will be back at Sonoma for something a little bit different, some drag racing action. Then Wednesday night we'll have Formula Renault. Thursday night we will have IMSA. And next weekend we have V8 Scops. Once again, we are back at Sonoma for the California 250. Thank you to everyone for watching. Congratulations once again to Team TTL 123. Congratulations to Dylan Sharman for picking up the win. We'll see you next time here on V8 Online. Thanks for watching.
I'm walking down the streets.